Good morning. My name is Lesbaeva L.A. I'm a teacher of English language. I work at the Higher College of New Technologies named after М.Өтебаев, and I'm going to introduce you today the video lesson. This year, the whole country celebrates the 175th anniversary of Kazakh poet, writer, talented composer and philosopher, well known all over the world, М.Өтебаев. As you guessed, the theme of our lesson today is the immortal poet of Kazakh nation, М.Өтебаев. The aim of the lesson is to improve students' reading, listening, writing and speaking skills, to develop their logical and creative thinking.
I would like to start my speech with the proverb of М.Өтебаев. Learn all other languages, respect your native language. Dear students, we have inherited a language from our ancestors. Only nations that respect native language can develop. Plan of the lesson: greeting, phonetic drill, warm-up activity, consolidation of present simple tense, explanation of new lexical material and conclusion. The next step is phonetic drill. We will revise the sound E, ER, IR, UR and OR give the sound E. For example, her, verb, first, third, nurse, turn, work, world, word. Also an exception word, learn. Warm-up activity. It pleases that the 175th anniversary of Kazakh poet celebrates by the whole world. М.Өтебаев is the writer who introduced the Kazakh people to the world. Pay your attention to the video, please.
The literary relay honoring the 175th birthday anniversary of famous Kazakh poet and philosopher Abay is catching up. A challenge with popular hashtag Abay175 is going global in the social media. Users from different parts of the world are posting videos of them reciting Abay's poems, playing his songs, and reading from his essays. The challenge has been joined by many prominent statesmen and public figures like Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, Kazakh Information Minister Dauren Abayev, and Eurasia Writers Union Chairman Yakup Oberoglu. Professor Abraham Atao Ogu from the United Kingdom read Abay's poem translated into English.
Through windless night, the glinting moon illuminates in flowing waves. The village nestled in the vale.
Let's consolidate the grammar theme present simple. Present simple has two helping verbs do and does. For first and second persons, we use helping verb do. For third person in singular form, we use helping verb does. In positive sentence, the first and second person's verb uses without ending s or es. Want, go, take. I go to college every day. The verb of third person in singular form uses with the ending s or es. For example, wants, goes, and takes. Most verbs ought s, wants, lives, for example. Verbs s, ch, sh, x, o, ought es. For example, passes, washes, relaxes, goes. Remember, students, ending s or es uses only in positive sentence for the third person's verb. In negative sentence, we use helping verbs plus not, do not, and does not. Question sentence begins with the helping verbs do and does. Do you go to college? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he go to college? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Use present simple for the first. Facts or things that always happen. Water boils at 100 degrees. Second, routines and habits. The birds return every spring. Third, timetable events. The drama club works every Thursday. Fourth, plots of films, stories and plays. At the party, Romeo sees Juliet and falls in love with her. Yes, no, question and short answers. Do male penguins keep the eggs warm? Yes, they do. Does water boil at 80 degrees? No, it doesn't. Question words. We put question words in front of the present simple yes-no questions. Why do people grow? Where does water come from? When do fish sleep? What and who subject questions with what and who. It is possible to ask questions about the subject of a sentence. In this case, we don't use a question form. Who knows the answer to this question? What makes it work? Task number 1. Complete the sentence with the affirmative form of the verb in brackets. Dear students, you should do this exercise in written form. For example, I drive, but my sister cycles. Task number 2. Complete the sentences with negative form of the verb in brackets. Use contractions. For example, the first sentence. My brother doesn't play tennis because he doesn't like it. Task number 3. Complete the question using the verb in brackets. For example, do bones stop growing? All these tasks will be your home task. You should do all of them in written form. I'm going to show you the video about Abay Kunanbayev. Attention, please.
Every nation has individuals through whom the world's community can learn about a nation and its essence. Thanks to these individuals, a nation's reputation is elevated. Abay Kunanbayev was a great poet, thinker, and a person who made great efforts to shape and shine a light on Kazakh literature. He combined not only the development of the intellectual wealth of this country, but the whole world, leaving an immortal mark behind him. Abay was born into the family of a senior sultan, Karkalay Kunanbayev, on the 10th of August, 1845. His grandmother, Zara, and mother, Uljan, cultivated a love of knowledge and reading in him from an early age, telling him fairy tales and legends. Compared to other children of his age, Abay was witty and smart, and this did not go unnoticed. Kunanbayev Kaji invited the village mullah to teach the boy, and at the age of 10, Abay was sent to study in Semi at the Ahmed Riza Madrasa. Abay was very open to knowledge and went to parish school at the age of 13. He read many different books and was constantly striving to learn more. At the age of 13, at the insistence of his father, Kunanbayev Askinbayuli, who was confident in his son's knowledge, Abay started to become involved in administration. At the side of his father, he learned to listen to people's aspirations, to take fair decisions, and to protect the vulnerable. This period of his life would later on impact the development and formation of his personal qualities. At the age of 10, he started to write poems, and, later on, when he was already confidently and skillfully expressing his ideas and his works, he became a well-known poet, writing deep and philosophical poems. Writing using a quill, Abay's work was relevant not only at the time, but also today. His poems have not lost any of their value or meaning. Abay's Book of the World is a collection of prose, written in a classical style. It demonstrates a wise and philosophical experience of the world and powerful prose. Abay lived only 59 years, but he left behind an enormous heritage for centuries to come. This heritage was described by Mukhtar Awezov in his novel Path to Abay. This novel is deep in meaning and content, and depicts the life of Abay from the time the poet returned to his country after receiving his education, recounting his personal development and his activities until the end of his life. Today, everyone who has achieved certain heights in life knows everything about our nation, but after reading Abay, they are able to discover more about his life and work, and begin to see life differently, and perhaps change their opinion on many things. Abay Kunanbayev is a revered personality. His memory is forever in the heart of a nation, and his philosophy is a guide for the Kazakh people.
Vocabulary. These are the new words which can help us to understand and translate the new text Abay Kunanbayev. You should learn by heart these new words. Pronounce after me. Violence, treasure, pearl, legacy, enlightenment, generation, devoted, criticism, notably, reference. Listen to the text. Pay your attention to the pronunciation of the words. Abay Kunanbayev, Kazakh writer, poet, lyricist, social philosopher, born in Kazakhstan in Semey province. Abay Kunanbayev was educated at home and then sent to a madrasa where he learned Arabic language and became acquainted with Eastern literature and poetry. In Semey, he actively participated in the city's intellectual life, studied Russian and Western classics by Pushkin, Goethe, and Byron, and translated many of them for the first time into Kazakh. Writings. Abay devoted many of his works to the violence of Kazakh labor rights. "O my Kazakh, my poor people," number of works were devoted to youth. "Our children, only youth happy flower of life," and a real treasure is his poem expressing his feelings and love to the nature of his land. Autumn, winter, fall, and etc. The gifted interpreter Abay gave Kazakh people to enjoy the pearls of Russian classic literature. During 15 years, he translated more than 50 works of Russian writers like Pushkin, Lermontov, Krylov, and etc. Kunanbayev's works were influenced by his belief in human reason. He was attracted to Eastern Enlightenment thinking and wove criticism of Kazakh culture in his works, most notably in his collection of poems called Kara Сөздер, often translated as a book of words or words of wisdom. Despite the fact that many years have passed, several generations have changed since Abay times. Book of Words is actual today as never before. It is our reference point in life. This book includes different topics: Kazakhstan history, love for fatherland, culture, people's psychology, and philosophy of life. Let's answer for the questions. What is Abay Kunanbayev famous for? When and where was he born? Who were his parents? Who acquainted him with tales and legends of Kazakh people? Who gave to the world immortal words of wisdom? How many words of wisdom do you know? Did you read Paths of Abay? Your home task will be task number 1, 2, 3. Complete the sentences in written form. Answer for the questions in oral form. Learn by heart the new words. Thank you for attention.